Hey, my name is Joey Wilson, and I am the Managing Director of Teach for America's STEM Initiative. I grew up outside Orlando, went to really amazing public schools that gave me access to opportunities that I thought were normal at the time, but I realized weren't. I was able to do computer science research at the University of Central Florida as a high school sophomore and was able to present my research internationally at science fair competitions in Louisville, Kentucky, Lakeland, Florida, and all the way to Taipei, Taiwan. And it was because the school I went to had access to those opportunities and had high quality teachers who had the connections to help me do that. It wasn't until I went to the University of Florida and studied electrical engineering that I realized that my experience was very different than many of my peers who went to schools down the road or were in schools that were in low-income communities. And I distinctly remember my first year physics class where, as at the University of Florida, where at the beginning of the year it felt like a pretty diverse group of folks that were in the room. But by the end of the semester, it was a large number of white men that were in the room. And that stuck with me. And I was trying to, and I couldn't quite figure out what that meant. But that stuck with me through most of undergrad. And it wasn't until the end of undergrad that I started to hear about Teach for America through some of my other friends who had done it, through some social justice work that I was doing. And I started to think, hey, I'm studying engineering. Maybe I could actually use my engineering skills beyond the soldering iron. Since I was soldering, doing MATLAB and all that other stuff all the time, I was like, I don't know anyone who's done this. So I applied to Teach for America. I was fortunate enough to get in, and I was accepted to teach outside of Phoenix. And so from 2007 to 2009, I taught 9th grade general science and 11th and 12th grade forensic science in Buckeye, Arizona, where I worked with an incredible group of students and an incredible staff there. I got to create the science fair and expand that. I got to take several of my students to Arizona State University to do research, kind of like I was able to do research when I was in high school. I was able to help rewrite the curriculum along with our department chair and several other teachers for our 9th grade general science curriculum. And for me, it made me realize I was very passionate about education. In 2009, I did return back to graduate school. I thought at the time that I wanted to be a professor. So I moved out to the Bay Area, started my PhD program in bioengineering. My dissertation was on how body shape was related to diabetes, and I realized through that research that there was an intricate link between health and education, and that you can't solve or fix any sort of health disparity without simultaneously addressing issues of educational inequity. And for me, that moment and that experience made me realize I was much more passionate about research or about access to education than I was research. And so as I was finishing up my PhD, I found a job on staff doing this, so managing the STEM initiative at Teach for America. And so what that means is that I help try to find really cool opportunities for all of the different regions that we have to not only get cool and fantastic science, technology, engineering, and math educators, but also find opportunities to continue to support them in better ways and improve the training that we have. So Teach for America, just as a basic, is a program that finds and trains leaders across the country to teach in low-income classrooms for at least 2 years. And for me, it was an experience that I never thought that I would get into it and really, enjoy it in the way that I did. I realized through the experience that I was very passionate about education, and I wanted to use the experiences that I had and the privilege that I had of the really incredible STEM education I received to help expand access for other folks. And so Teach for America is a wonderful opportunity to not only take the skills that you have, but also learn alongside other teachers to help improve the outcomes for students in low-income communities across the country. We're looking for highly motivated folks who are able to understand that teaching is tough and that it's a constant learning process, and that you're not going to be able to go in there immediately and know exactly what to do, but we've set up systems and support structures in place to help you improve quickly and to constantly improve the entire time that you're teaching. And ultimately, we hope that this experience shows you that you are just as passionate about education as many of the folks that are in Teach for America are. We have some deadlines that are coming up in this upcoming year. You can go to teachforamerica.org. I highly recommend you take a look at it. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me. My email address is joseph.wilson@teachforamerica.org. Once again, thank you so much, and please don't hesitate to contact me. Hope to hear from you.